Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and for the video today we're going to be focusing on the alpha for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and more specifically, can you run a shotgun as a primary weapon? The first shotgun we're going to be talking about is the Hauer. If you run this as a primary, get ready to have a terrible time. This is no joke of a shotgun. If you're used to the Modern Warfare shotguns where you one shot at maybe 20 meters or so with the right attachments, get ready to throw all that out the window, because the max one-shot kill range for something like the Hauer 77 is going to be around 7 meters, and I'm not even joking. It's around 5 to 7 meters. I haven't really got to test it. We don't have custom games, but I can tell you it is extremely short. I can't tell you how many times I have died using this with the right attachments to help with range, where you think you're in that one-shot kill range, but you don't kill them, and then you try to get that second shot off, but that slow rate of fire just doesn't help. And there's also some kind of clunky sprint to fire delay I noticed. It wasn't really working in my favor, and I died quite a bit. And yes, this is a new game with new mechanics and new maps to learn, but up close, this thing was very underwhelming. I can tell you right off the bat, right now, people don't have to worry about an overpowered shotgun like the Hauer. The pump action is extremely weak, which is good news, I guess, for a lot of people, but for me personally, it's really sad because it's hard to balance a shotgun like this as a secondary, but right now I can tell that this is just basically, it is a secondary. I mean, in Black Ops 4, you could get away with it running as a primary. You could make some attachments work with it, like with Dragon's Breath and the long barrel and choke. This game so far doesn't have any of that, and boy, it suffers. It might even be worse than the base MOG from Black Ops 4, which was always a two-shot kill. Because of that extra health, it just made it a little bit easier to play cat and mouse, but with this game, you still die pretty quick. It still feels like the time to kill is really quick. So this shotgun it underperforms in so many ways. And it's usually a two-shot kill, but guys, that second shot is so hard to get off, and it's so hard to make it work with more than one person. So if you're going to main this shotgun, be prepared to die, or if you want to do well, you're going to have to really limit yourself in where you go, because you have to play close quarters. As you should, it's a shotgun, but I can't really underplay how bad the range is on this shotgun. Granted, this is an alpha and we don't have access to all the different attachments for range and damage, but maybe in the beta or in the full game we'll have some wild cards that help with this, or maybe some more attachments. We'll have to see, but as of the alpha, I really can't recommend you guys to use it seriously. I would recommend you trying it just to get a feel for it, and then compare it to the shotguns in Modern Warfare, and it's night and day. We're talking like in World War II. Do you remember the sawed-off confetti cannon, the sawed-off double barrel? That thing was trashed here. It was a primary weapon that was absolutely terrible. And this is kind of at that level, and it is a secondary, so that kind of makes a little bit more sense. But if you want to run shotguns as a primary, avoid the Hauer at all costs. I'm still going to be trying to do that because I just love that challenge, but it's really not going well so far, so I don't recommend it to the majority of players out there. However, that discussion changes when we talk about the other shotgun, which is known as the Gallo 12, or how I think it's referred to as the Gallo 12, which is Spanish for rooster. Now, this shotgun changes things up a bit because it's a semi-auto with decent spammability, and it has some decent damage and range. This is without a doubt the shotgun to use if you want to use a shotgun as your primary or even as a secondary. Really, there is no good reason to use the other shotgun that I've found yet. In my limited time with the game so far, I can't really find a reason to use the Hauer 77 over this other shotgun. I was doing terrible with the Hauer 77, but when I switched to the other one, the Gallo, that is when things started to turn around, and I was going from maybe middle of the scoreboard or down low on the scoreboard to basically leading every time. I mean, I was dominating lobbies with this thing, and I don't think it's because I'm really that good of a player. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit above average, but this shotgun is just way better than the other shotgun. I mean, it completely outclasses it, and there is truly no reason to use the Hauer over the Gallo. It's just kind of night and day. And every time I equipped this thing, I was like, I felt right at home. It felt a lot more natural to me. I kind of like understood what to do and how to play with it a little bit more, and it was just so much more forgiving and a lot more fun because of that, because the Hauer was just poopy all around, so it made it kind of torturous to use, but the Gallo is so much better. So if you want to run a shotgun as a primary, you need to run this shotgun. The semi-auto, the Spaz, that is the way to go. I have a few other videos planned where I'll kind of go a little bit more in depth with attachments and how to play with the shotguns and how to make them work and class setups and things like that. But as it stands right now, I just want to kind of let you know my thoughts on it initially when using the shotguns, and to let you know that the Gallo or the Gallo, the Spaz, is the shotgun to use, and really you don't need to really even bother with the Hauer. I mean, yes, try it like I said, but just don't expect much from it, guys, and it really pains me to say that. But I'm gonna let this gameplay roll out just a little bit, and also expect a few more videos on the shotguns, and I hope you guys get to try this alpha out for yourselves. I'm really sorry to you PC and Xbox users. I totally understand. I was an Xbox guy years ago, so I've dealt with this before, but I'm really sorry. I'm also going to try and keep you guys updated on the shotguns, let you know how they play, so don't worry, I'm not ignoring you guys. I know you guys can't play it for yourself, so I'm going to go a little in depth with these. So with all that being said and out of the way, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day/night, and I'll see you in the next Cold War Alpha video.
CIA proud. Enemy spy plane inbound.
Maverick 3-4 vectoring to engage. Fox 2 will destroy.